Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another edition of First Look. And in this edition of First Look, I'll be doing First Look UFC Fight Night, Holm versus Silva. So without further ado, with First Look, for now it is, I'm just focused on, my first look, what picks stick out to me. And I'm not gonna do all the fights. I don't want to. I don't really feel like I need to, because then again, that just turns out to be how many videos you're gonna make of the same thing. So this video, I'm kind of just focused, like now I'm just focusing on, the picks that stand out to me and initially. So not by the time I actually make my quick picks and study the fights more, but like really upon my first couple looks, the picks that stick out to me initially. So yeah, let me get into it. So first one is the very first fight on the card, or at least it looked like the first fight on the card is Ashley Evans Smith versus Alan Perez. And Alan Perez is only minus 145 right now. I might say, oh, she's what's she 0-2 against UFC fighters, I think. Because she lost, what's her name? But she actually beat her. Well, it was a DQ, but she was dominating her until she got DQ, and that was outside the UFC. But inside the UFC, she's 0-1. I think she won her fight on Contender Series pretty clearly, and she went 0-1 in her fight in debut in UFC. But I think that was a stylistic matchup. How she fought, she went in there is a person that kind of rushes into the clinch a little bit for the most part, and like to bully people and pose will on them. But she was going in for bigger, longer, high level with a judo black belt. I think even a judo world champion, but don't quote me on that. But like a high level judoka. So you're gonna come in and aggressive against judo person, they're gonna toss you over and they're gonna probably arm right. So that was a stylistic mismatch. Versus going in with Ashley Evans Smith, who like 36, has been inactive a very long point of her career. I think she at one point she was inactive for like two years. She came back. Now she's been inactive for 3 years. She never was the most skilled fighter. She's like basically 500. She's an okay fighter, but I feel like she hasn't evolved. I feel Alan Perez could potentially even finish her, but I think at minus 145 for a pretty much short thing. Alan Perez might not be impressive, but she's a young fighter. And I know for sure she's going to stick around and get better. Just like the person who she technically, in my opinion, beat. I'm forgetting her name right now. I'm not even going to dig it up, but you could do the research or just do the quick Google search. She only got like, probably 2-3 losses on record. So I don't know. Don't do the research. But anyway, she's a young fighter, and I think she has room to improve. Will she be great? No, but I think she'll be more than enough to, be a confident enough pick to pick. Alan Perez should win that one. She should win that one nine times out of 10. I'm gonna say 8 times out of 10, maybe 7 times out of 10, 7.5 times out of 10. So probably like an average, a high confident pick. Matter of fact, probably a high confident pick. Alan Perez should win this one, even despite like not really having the most stuff. But again, that's not me saying lock. Lock would be crazy, but high confidence. Alan Perez, I think that's pretty decent, especially for minus 145 going against who she's going against. Yeah, I think that's a good matchup for her, to be honest. Very good matchup for her. And the odds are very good right now, but people probably gonna pick up on this, probably gonna jump to minus 200, but probably gonna peak at minus 250. But right now it's only at minus 145, which is a very good thing. And hey, I think in the distance could definitely be possible as well. So yeah, that's a good one. Second good one that sticks out to me is right now. There's some other good ones on it, but as far as that's really sticking out to me right now, calling my name right now, that's the one. Um, the second one is Nazim Sadikov versus Terence McKinney. And to be honest, I'm gonna be honest. I confused Nazim Sadikov with a whole nother fighter in his last fight. I thought he was this other guy, but he's not that guy. And I'm forgetting who the other guy is. But anyway, Sadikov don't have the wrestling like I thought he did. Because I was confusing him with another fighter who actually had wrestling. So Sadikov don't really have the wrestling like that. I feel like Terence McKinney should be able to win the wrestling battle in this one. Striker wise, Sadikov striking again. He's not the other guy who I thought he was. So I think Terence McKinney should be able to strike with him. I'll strike him, should be able to wrestle him. But the issue with Terence McKinney is always going to be cardio. If his cardio can hold through, he can take his. Also, Sadikov did get dropped in the last fight, but Evan Elder was not really a big finisher. So I could definitely see a finish for Terence McKinney, or maybe just finish either way. That might be finish either way. Might be a good play, like in the distance. Might be a good play either way. Well, not either way, but like in the distance, because the fight ends in the distance. It's gonna cash regardless of who does it. So in the distance could be good for here. But Terence McKinney at dog money, I think he's still at dog money is a very good value. So Terence McKinney at dog value is very good money in my opinion. I'm not too high on Sadikov. I know Evan Elder is a decent fighter and whatnot, but I think Terence McKinney at least has proven to be better than Evan Elder and these guys right here. I just still think McKinney's higher level than these guys in my opinion. I think definitely has clear wrestling advantage, and still I think he has clear talent advantage, clear striking advantage. But the issue again with Terence McKinney is, can he do that for 3 rounds? But yeah, that's gonna be the issue there. But I definitely think dog money. I think he's a very good value. And I think he has a very good chance to win this one. So it's not purely just the odds off the table. Is Terence McKinney a great pick? Not all that great, but the fact that the value is where it is, and you can potentially get a better value with a finish potentially. Maybe if you want to add that, but just straight up plus money. Terence McKinney in this spot, I think that's a very good spot for him. So in that sense, very good spot. Probably be average confidence, probably average or low confidence, but the value is good, is what I'm saying. But it could shift. But right now it's good. Third one is Norma Dumont versus Chelsea Chandler. And I can see why Norma Dumont's odds are where they are, because she did get dropped by Carol Rosa. She did have a low output. But Chelsea Chandler has a foot in one. She beat Julija Stolyarenko. And Stolyarenko was able to take her down a couple times, but she was able to easily reverse her. But the fact she did get taken down and have to use that against Stolyarenko was kind of questionable. Stolyarenko don't really got no good takedown defense. She's taking you down, that's questionable. I could definitely see Norma Dumont out having the cleaner striking than Chelsea Chandler. We have seen Norma Dumont, I think, dropped a couple times or hurt a couple times. So we don't know about her chin. And Chelsea Chandler does have big, she don't have the cleanest technique, but she does have seemingly heavy hands, and she will throw those shots and could potentially catch Norma Dumont. But I think Norma Dumont should be able to use her experience. I think she overall is the more technical striker, and that's pretty clear to see. And overall, the better fighter, I think that's pretty clear to see. Better grappler, I think that's clear to see. But it's about the physical aspects. Like Chelsea Chandler does like she probably sneakily very strong, and she does have carry some heavy hands. That could be an issue. But I think Norma Dumont's experience should help her, and I think she has higher fight IQ and should be able to maybe, if the fight does get rough, be able to look to grapple, look to tire up, and ride the clock out. So I think she's at like minus 130 right now. Last I checked. So minus 130 for Norma Dumont versus Chelsea Chandler, who literally just debuted and beat probably one of the weakest women in MMA right now. Not weakest as far as physicality, but as far as resume and where they stand. One of the lower tier women in MMA. She probably fought about one of the weakest ones she could. And now she's jumping up to fight Norma Dumont, who, yeah, she's jumping up to fight Norma Dumont, who could potentially be a champion at 45 or 35 now that Amanda Nunes has left. So 45 ain't got no one. So Dumont is definitely looking very much in that picture like she could be the champion now that Amanda Nunes is there. Is she for sure to do it? No, but I think she probably, out of the options, she probably among 3 women who can win the 45 belt. Out of 35, she probably out of 5 women. She's definitely up there. So it's a big jump up. It might not be a whole lot of depth, but that's a big jump up. So the odds on that are pretty good, like considering all those things. I can see why, but I feel like her odds should be minus 200. I can see them being ridiculous. Her odds being minus 500, but I think where I should be sitting at is probably between minus 200 and minus 300. So the fact that it's at like minus 130, I think that's a very good value. So that sticks out to me. So that's the third one. And the fourth and final one is the very main event. It's Holly Holm versus Myra. I said Myra. Holly Holm versus Myra Bueno Silva. So Myra Bueno Silva, Holly Holm. Holly Holm is 41-42. And I know a lot of times I jinx when I say age, all of a sudden the 42-year-old decides to act like they 30 or 20, 20-year-old, and they pull it off. But yeah, Holly Holm's going to be the favorite here. I think she's probably going to stick as the favorite, probably going to jump up a little bit. It might even have some great live odds here, but Myra Bueno Silva is the younger fighter by a lot. She's improving. And Holly Holm at this point in her career, she's doing a lot more grappling. She's not striking as much. She's looking to clinch you against Cage, looking to drag you to the mat. And Myra Bueno Silva ain't the people she's been beating necessarily as of late. A lot of people pretty much everybody she's been fighting as of late is dead on their back. They're not really offensive at all off their back. They can work to get back to their feet. They can try to take you down. They can try to hold you against Cage, but off their back, they ain't got nothing. Myra Bueno Silva has good submissions off her back, and she's very active. And she will be much more active on her feet. And also, she will be allowed to be more active on her feet because, again, she's not just a person that's like, oh my gosh, I get taken down. I can't do nothing. You can hold me down for 5 minutes. Like, nah, she's going to be attacking arm bars. She's going to be busting with elbows. She's going to make you fight. And then she's also very aggressive on the feet as well. And again, at this point in Holly Holm's career, she's an older fighter. Older fighters, when they get older in their career, their output slows, but they make more of what they do. Like, they want to try to get their little 10 shots out around, 10, 20 shots out around, and they want to hold you against Cage, put their head underneath your chin and step on your toes and hold your hand and hold your wrist and knee you in the thigh, and knee you in the belly and stuff. That's what they want to do. They want low output fighters. But Myra Bueno Silva will make Holly Holm have to fight beneath her age and fight at a higher pace. And I definitely see a case where Holly Holm's probably leading early, like she's doing what she want to do. She let her shots look good, probably hit them some step aside kicks. Myra Bueno Silva looking sloppy and wild and stuff, getting hit with step aside kicks, falling down. But she keep coming back, cracking Holly Holm with some shots. Probably going to clip Holly Holm a couple times. I think she's going to do a similar performance to Caitlin Vieira, but actually win and actually get a finish. Caitlin Vieira, in my opinion, lost. I don't know. I think some idiot said, this is, matter of fact, literally an idiot commentator watching the Yana Santos fight was like, this is what Yana Santos did to Holly Holm. No, Holly Holm did that to Holly Holm did that to Caitlin Vieira too. But for some reason, the moronic judges saw Caitlin Vieira did not win the fight. You think she won? You are a moron. I will say it right here. She lost the fight. She got outstruck. She got hit with like 4 front kicks, like 8 front kicks in the face in a row in one round, and somehow they still gave it around to her. She got outstruck. She got held against Cage at will. she had like one moment where she had somewhat of a decent submission attempt, but Holly Holm survived and still outworked her the whole round. So like, I don't see how you give it to Caitlin Vieira unless they were hoping Caitlin Vieira was good, but then they realized, oh, Caitlin Vieira ain't good. Let's forget about her. She's not going nowhere. We should just give that win to Holly Holm. But anyway, but nonetheless, what point did that have in the video? What was me saying that happened? But either way, I was trying to say Myra Benso going to be aggressive, but she's not going to just be aggressive and hitting the air. She's going to be touching Holly Holm with some shots. And also, when Holly Holm does look for takedowns, probably what she will get, Myra Benso will be active for back and will be a lethal for back to hit submissions. But I think it's going to be a fight that's going to be led by Holly Holm, kind of dictated by Holly Holm, but Myra Benso was going to make her work. And then, so I'm giving a whole prediction here. and then she's going to probably be able to get like armbar or something. But yeah, I'm getting too much into it. But at that value, younger woman, can be aggressive. It can be dangerous on the feet. Definitely not as technical as Holly Holm in overall. Definitely not on the feet. Definitely a more technical grappler, overall fighter, more technical as Holly Holm, but Bueno Silva is the younger fighter. She's a more aggressive fighter. And she can make Holly Holm fight more actively than she wants to and would like to at this point in her career. And then force Holly Holm to maybe shoot some shots. And then while she's, let's say, on top, she could attack submissions and probably catch her an armbar or something. But yeah, I think Bueno Silva has a very good shot here. So I made a whole prediction here, but all I'm trying to say is she has a very good shot here, and I think she's like plus 135, and odds may go up, especially live. You could look for the live odds. That might shift up because Holly Holm might start, getting her rhythm. But Silva, unlike other fighters, she can actually be in that rhythm, then find her own rhythm within that rhythm. Like other people, they on the ground. The biggest worry with them is that you don't end up on the bottom of them, but on top of them, you like good. She ain't hit me no Gamora. She can't hit me no triangle choke. She can't hit me no armbar. She ain't got no leg locks. Like, maybe a guillotine if I fall down in the wrong position and stuff. I don't get to secure the position that well. Even that's not all that great. But yeah, few submissions I got to worry about. Few threat on the top. I can ride this round out, not doing much. I can just win by being on top. Bueno Silva ain't going to be that easy. So yeah, I think Bueno Silva could pull it off and pull off the minor upset and get a win here at plus 135. I think that's a great value. And again, I think live odds that could become even greater. And just as it is, that's a great value. And also maybe in the distance, very good play to play. Because I don't think Bueno Silva beats Holly Holm by decision. I think she beats her by finish. But anyway, I like this money line, Myra Bueno Silva, or you could do Myra Bueno Silva submission. And you could do Myra Bueno Silva armbar. And I think all of will give great value because again, she's already a dog, so the value can only be good. But sometimes that you be like, they be plus 135, and you try to say pick them by submission, then it just be like plus 150, like. I thought this would be plus 300, but hey, maybe you better get some great odds on that as well. But definitely plus 135 is great value for someone who has a good shot here. So that's the pick I talked the most about. I'm not saying that's the most pick I'm most confident about. I think actually the pick I'm most confident about is Alan Perez, especially minus 135 or with minus 140, 145. I think that's a phenomenal, crazy value right now. But that's my opinion. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Say, oh, that's trash. All the pick fights you selected were trash. I actually like this fight so much better. Why don't you like this guy at minus 400? Like, he should have beat that guy. Or this guy at minus 300. That was a much better play. But give your thoughts in the comments below. Maybe some of your picks you feel, or maybe some fights you feel should deserve some look at, or some fights that you feel deserve some coin placement for this card. But this is only 4 fights. It's not all of them. I'll definitely look at some other fights on this card, but these are the 4 that stand out to me most right now. So that's the video. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and come back for more videos. Peace.